Okay guys, I think I'm live. Look at that. This is my first stream of 2018, but it's also my first mobile stream in a very, very long time. So hopefully it goes well. Hopefully the audio is okay. Hopefully I've got enough battery. And yeah, hopefully I can see all your messages, etc. It's been a long time since I've actually streamed. I think I tried it when it first came available, and since then I've never did it. So it'll be interesting to see how all the messages pop up on my phone. Had to install Windows again. Absolute pain in the bum. There's been a problem with the PC since since I built it. I downloaded the Windows install. I haven't activated it yet. I've just bought the key because I thought I'll do it later. So I bought the key, but it's not related to that. It's related to updates. So that's what I'm trying to sort just now. 98%. Fingers crossed this is actually going to work. Yeah, 98%. Basically, what was happening with it was it was trying to install updates all the time. Oh, let's see if we're in. It was trying to install updates all the time when I was closing down, but it wasn't installing the updates. So that in itself was a problem because I couldn't restart the computer. It wouldn't even close down for like an hour or two. I had to manually close it down to restart the computer, and this might take several minutes. Yeah, so hold on just now, I'm just checking something. Do you want to stop streaming? No, I don't. Why would I want to do that? I was just worried I was streaming to my wrong YouTube channel. I don't think I am. Yeah, so what was happening with the updates? It didn't actually install the updates, which in itself isn't a huge problem, but what it was doing was downloading all these files, all these update files, and then creating all these log files, and it would eat into my hard drive. So for example, I had like 130 gigabytes of room in my PC, and within like say, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours, it would go down to 0. Like it would use up the whole hard drive and write up the whole hard drive for it to 0. So that's why my hard drive has got a lot of writing to it, which is, you know, hurting and damaging the lifetime of the hard drive as well. So yeah, it's been an absolute pain. Okay, so what I'm going to do is restart the computer and see if it works. I might come up with a restart error. If it doesn't, it might have been fixed. Might have been okay. But it was causing problems. Like I recorded a video yesterday. It was last night actually, and the video was all shaky because the CPU was being used up, and I didn't realise at the time when I recorded the clip. It was one of my subscribers, Andre, that said it. Seems to be working now. That's good. It's one of those. I've had a kind of run of things. It's been a really bad start to 2018 as far as having things go wrong. There's been a lot of little things going wrong, little annoying things. Nothing major, but just lots of little things that needed my attention. And things took longer than they should have. But this looks like this could be working. This part's taking a while, so I don't know if it's still installing files. Don't know. Hi there, someone's watching, I believe. I don't know who. It's always weird. See the live stream. Say I'm on for like 2 hours or so. It always takes like 20 minutes or so for anyone to kind of arrive. You know, 10, 15, 20 minutes for people to start arriving. I don't know if it takes a while for YouTube to kind of start showing a live stream on you know, like notify them and show it on the home page, etc. It's taking too long still, but right, okay. Right, Task Manager. Let's see if this is working. CPU 28%, GPU 0%. It's hard to tell just now. Saying updates are ready for your computer. Window updates. This is what I had before. Blah 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 blah. I'll try this. It's probably, you can't see any of this in this video, can you? Why is it going to a website? Well, here's one thing. Here's one thing. No updates are available. Check for updates, right? Let's see what's going on. There's something, right? There's lots and lots of updates and they're downloading, but I mean, it's going like, that was like at 100% there, and I don't know. It's kind of bizarre how much the CPU is being used here when there's nothing really happening. I don't know if I've fixed it yet or not. Hi Evo. Hey Atlantis. Sorry guys, I was missing your messages. This right, okay, I need to pay attention to this because this is different from this is really different from streaming live here, where I can scroll up and see your messages. It shows it on my phone, but it kind of disappears after a while. But thanks for watching guys. I was talking to you Evo there. I didn't see your last message because I was at the part in the live stream where it says edit your thumbnail and I was doing the thumbs up and all that. So I didn't read your last message. I'll catch it afterwards. But you can see just now, I've just reinstalled Windows. Thankfully, I was able to keep all my apps and stuff, so it's just Windows that's been changed. Awaiting install, downloading. This is what was happening before, and I think this is what the problem was, you know, as far as my video goes. Check the hard drive. What have we got here? 115 gigabyte free, right? So that could be a problem, but it could be because of the download files, hopefully. So, I explained all this when there was no one watching this video. But basically, it wasn't restarting all the files. You know, it was downloading all these downloading all the updates. I can't even talk. Downloading all the updates for the Windows 10, and then creating these log files. Like there was like 100 gigabyte of log files, and it keeps adding these errors to the log file. I don't know what it is, but there's people online talking about it and going crazy about how annoying it is. It's really, really frustrating, but hopefully when this is all done, I'll get it going. But, hey Andre, thanks for your help. I'm trying to sort what I think what the problem was. I think I'm reinstalling Windows, well, I have reinstalled Windows. And I think this was, you know, the CPU is being used up. See if you search for, I think it's called CB Persist. CB Persist. There's a really cool app that I used to find that. You know what? I was actually going to do a video about it, and I couldn't because I had to sort this. But CB Persist, and it creates these log files, and there was like 5 of them. There was like one at 80 gig, one at 40 gig, one at 20 gig, and they were all, you know, listed. It basically highlights which that application I was talking about. I'll try and do a video about it. But it lists where all the, it gives you a kind of file structure of your system, and it's a good way of analysing, you know, what's wrong in a situation like that where you don't know what's taking up all the storage. But these log files were taking up way over like 100 gigabyte every time, and then you would restart the computer and they would delete or whatever, and then you'd have to start again. I need to play that as well. I've actually not had a chance since I streamed those games to play Assetto Corsa or Project Cars. Someone sent me a Facebook message today. I really want to delete Facebook. I never log into Facebook, but I've still got my page there and people keep replying to me there. But he sent me a cool tutorial, and apparently, you know, if you remember, I was playing Project Cars. I was spinning out and the wheel was going crazy. Apparently this is actually a common problem, and there's a way to fix it. There's a way to calibrate the wheel so that it doesn't do that. Awaiting restart. Well, install error. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, so apparently there's a way to calibrate the wheel. Apparently. So I'm worried now because there's an error with one of the things with Windows, which could mean that I'm going to be back to the start again. I don't know. What was that? I need to push that again. What is wrong, by the way? Sorry, late to the game. It's like a restart. There's basically it's a Windows installation error as far as installing an update, and it creates these massive log files, and then it was causing CPU to increase as well. So I was reaching 100% CPU quite a lot without many apps opening, which is strange for a 9700K. It's down to 1% now, but you know, before I didn't have many apps open and it was still up very high. It could be a virus, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it's the update thing, because the update, when I did search for the error code, and when I did the search for the I mean, I did a malware scan and all that, but when I did a search for the error, it gives you an error message up there about not being able to install. And now I've got a different one. I'll restart it and then I'll see what happens. But basically, people with the same problems as far as their storage being used up, and there's a Windows file. Oh, look at this. This is actually a new chair, which I was needing for a long time. I was going to buy one of those gaming chairs, but my friend said, "Oh, I don't need this one." Locked out. So there's a file. I've only found this out. Hey Chris, good to hear from you. I've not been on Rise Forums the last few days. I've been busy with things. I'm going to have to get back on. No, I've not got Avast. I used to use it, but I found Avast was a little bit too intensive as far as CPU goes. Yeah, I've been the same. I've been busy. Good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you. Not spoke to you in a while. For those of you who don't know Chris, I've got a discussion forum called Rise Forums, and Chris is a moderator on there. And he's like, you know, he's a kind of similar line of work, and he builds websites and things like that. Installing. But I've been doing that less since I've kind of started doing video more. Which, you know. Kernel memory leaking. Right, okay. Well, there was a file called, I think, is it tiworker.exe? And I was Googling that, and people said it is a legitimate I can't talk tonight. Microsoft application or file. But because it's a legitimate file, a lot of, you know, malware and viruses, they'll try and hijack it and then introduce their own file called that to try and mislead you. But I've reinstalled Windows, so hopefully if there was a virus, it's gone. I don't think there was. A brand new exploit. This is weird. Why I need to change this. This how can you show it all the time? There must be the messages pop up and then they disappear. Windows fix coming next week for this. Right. I've honestly been, I hate to admit it, I have been stressed the last few days because I've not had one little thing or one major thing. It's just been lots and lots and lots of little tiny things that have been going wrong. Just like nothing that nothing that's really bad in my life. I mean, it's first world problems, but just little things accumulating, lots of things that I can't even do normal work because I have to deal with them. For example, I put my finger on the light switch right to the bathroom. The light switch popped off. It just popped off. So my dad thankfully helped me out. He went out and he bought the double light switch for me. So we need to get that sorted tomorrow. My car alarm was going off all the time because of the weather. It was freezing. I don't know what's wrong with the alarm, but I think that's working. The cap in my car tyre was it's on the thread and I can't take it out, so I can't pump my tyre up. So I've got my car going in on Friday. Lots of little things like that. My bank card, which I lost in November when I was in Barcelona, they should have sent it in 4 days. It's now 6 weeks, and I've spent hours on the phone, and they've told me 3 or 4 times they're going to send out a new bank card, and then they apologise and say the last guy was an idiot. It's okay now, we give you a guarantee. So I was on the phone for about 2 hours. It was about 40 minutes the first call, and then like half an hour, 40 minutes the next call, and then I had to speak to another guy on the phone as well. I didn't even get anything to do with the computer till God knows when, like 3 o'clock or something. Check for updates, right. Await and restart. So I've got another one here. I've got another restart error. I don't know what is causing that. So there's one being installed. I can switch the phone round, can I? So I'll see if I can do that again. So there's 4 installs being added. Well, I don't know if this is progress. I'm now getting a different error. I'm getting a different error number. I'll restart again. Just because there was one of them installing there and said it needs restart. All the apps and all that are there, so that's good. So yeah, first world problems, nothing major. But tomorrow my GPU comes. So my GPU comes. I'm actually going out all day tomorrow with my friends, but tomorrow my GPU comes. No, I just got a Windows 10 Pro one. I didn't bother with the Creator one. Well, here's what, I was actually looking on Kingwin. I was going to get a Windows 10 Pro key. And it worked out about, once you added 20% because you live in the UK, it was going to be like, even with a discount, it was like £29 or £29. And there was one on Amazon for £8.50 or something, and it's like 150 positive responses. And Amazon's good for returns if there's anything wrong. So for £9, it's worth a gamble. You know, it's better than paying the 100 or so that they want officially. Such a you lost the picture. Is the Wi-Fi drop there? Is it okay now? Can you see me now, guys? There's other buttons here. What do these things do? Bubbles. What is the point of that? Dance party. I've never seen these before. Glamour. Beam. 8mm. Dawn. Sepia. Sketch. This is kind of... I've never seen these before. I think we'll just go with normal. Oops, don't cancel. Don't cancel the stream, that was too easy. Right, how do I get that away? Alright, push that away. That's the first time I've seen them. So, is audio okay? I'm using my Shure microphone. No, not the Creator version. I didn't actually have a key. I downloaded Windows 10 Pro and I didn't have a key. And I just bought a key for Amazon Pro just now. So I bought it for £8.50 from Amazon UK, which hopefully is okay. So I'll just check updates. Yeah, there's still an update that's not going through, but I'll see what's happening. As long as the CPU and things like that are okay, that's the main thing in the hard drive. So if I put on the hard drive just now, my C drive, it says, is 111 gigabyte. Now, before I started doing the install Windows, it was 132 gigabyte there. So that's okay. I don't mind it coming down 20 gigabyte because it could be like installation files. But what's happening, say that's 111, you go back in half an hour later, it's like 106, and you go back in and then it's like 85, and it kept going down. So let me see what you show me the messages. There we go. Sorry. So how much is it to upgrade to that? You told me about this before, but see, because I was just dealing with that there. I was actually, the reason I went to get the key was because when I was doing the restart there, it was, I was checking, I went, oh God, I forgot to activate this, because it's not been displaying the message to say you need to activate Windows, so I just kind of forgot to do it. So it's flashing here. Why is that flashing? My order of... Okay, my Windows 10 key has been dispatched. Let's see if I can activate this and see what it says. Yeah, so where's the best place to sit you guys? So I'm trying to think, if I'm going to be at the computer, right, let's move you around. I'll put you... Oof. Noisy, noisy. Right, let's see if this is better. There we go, I'm at the computer now. Probably should have did this initially. Right, I'm all off centre. Is that okay? I'm still squinty. It's the video thing, the tripod thing. It's easier to just turn around like this instead of going back the way. So right, I've got a Windows. Oh, where is it? Dear buyer, product key. Right. So I don't know if I need to actually update it through a phone call or anything like that. Maybe I do. What's it like now? If you get a picture? You know what? That's something I was thinking about. I need to do more things like this. Like with you guys, if you, for example, send in. I thought that was broken there. Send in like pictures of your computer desk or something, and I could do like a collection video of it. Yeah, thanks. Tweet me or something like that. Or even just leave a comment with a link to like Imgur or something like that. Activation. Right, let's see if this product key works. Let's see. Change product key. Next. By activating Windows, I get the best experience. Yay! Right, I need to actually show you this guys. See if I can slot you in. This is a special moment. I need to share this. I'm now official. I've been using Windows illegally for the last, well, not illegally, you know what I mean, I've not got the key. Right, there is an option to turn this camera around, and it is here. Hey, no more messages down the bottom right hand corner. I am legal. That was quite good. That was very easy. So, yeah. I'm legal now. Activation, Windows Update. So this is the Windows Update I was talking about there. So yeah, that's the one, and you do retry and it says the same thing. I don't know what that is though. I'll come up the same error again. I did notice there, it was popping up when I was typing things, it was popping up as Bing. So I don't know if these guys, these dodgy guys at Microsoft have changed the default search engine to Bing. That's a wee sneaky thing they do quite a lot. So it's this problem here I've got, which after Fall Creators Update, I have this update which I cannot install. Right, I need to look into this. I need to dedicate more time to this, but I won't bore you guys with it. If there's anything that you want me to see, in fact, hold on. What can I do here? See if I can. No, I would have to. Right, see if I can do this. Apologies for the movement. I'll turn you around just now. So what I'm doing, if I can get you, is putting you on a little tripod and probably doing your head in with all the noise as well. Slide on, slide on, slide on. Right, now what have we got here? Is this going to work? Is this going to work? I think this could work. Right, okay. You can see I'm quite beardy, big fat chin. I think you get to a certain age in life and these things with the gels, you just can't get rid of them. So yeah, I've got one error there. One error. So that's one thing I need to sort out. So catch up with the messages, click. So where else are we? Well, yeah, the GPU is coming tomorrow. And spoiler alert, I'm getting the Asus Strix OC 11GB 1080 Ti. So what that means is I'm going to do streaming and I'm going to play games and stream at the same time. I paid $9.99 for this. It was on Hot UK Deals. Kind of pointless because I was saying that to my friend. I'm like, can I just give this to you or give it to someone or sell it to someone? Because it comes with like 6 discs, all these discs. But it also came with a Steam code, so I just downloaded it on Steam. But as soon as you activate it on Steam, I don't think anyone with the disc can actually activate it, so it's just pointless. I don't know. Kind of weird. They're kind of in this middle place where you've got the physical discs, but I don't even have a disc drive anymore. The last CD, I can't remember what I did. I used to have a CD, USB CD burner, but then I lost it or gave it to someone because I hadn't used it in like 5 years. But yeah, I've got the graphics card coming, the GPU. And here's what I've been discussing with my friend Mark today. And I've got a new subscriber who's been chatting to me on Twitter. I think his username is like Donny. I was talking to him about GPU mining, and I'm going to test it for a week or so, but I am considering getting a second 1080 Ti. I am considering it. A little bit crazy, but there's method in my madness. I need to see how much I'll make through the GPU mining with one card, and essentially with 2 you'll double it. It's a big expense, but I can also use 2 GPUs, one for playing games, and I could use the other one to stream, things like that. But really it's about the GPU mining. I think that'd be good to do. But I'm going to wait. The graphics card comes tomorrow, but I'm out tomorrow afternoon with all my friends all night. So on Friday I'll try and do lots of tests with it, see how loud it is and all that as well, and see if it's bad. But I'm looking forward to getting it. I don't want to go overboard with it, but that's the thing. There's loads of games I want to play with you guys. Yeah. Well, check. I did a video the other day about this. About NiceHash is the kind of simplest way to get started. If you've got I think in fact you did watch that video, didn't you? Because I think you left a comment on it. That's a very simple way to get started, but there's lots of other ones I'm going to look at. I wouldn't mind. I don't know. See the thing. See the whole cryptocurrency thing. Yeah, the break-even thing. But I think I can easily justify 2 of them in my system as from a productivity. Well, not justify it, but I could do it. And as long as if I only made money out even for 3-4 months, I would clear most of the money half of the money that I invested, which would be enough for me to justify it, because then I get a free card which I can keep or sell on. See the cryptocurrency thing. I could be a billionaire right now if I wasn't traveling. If I didn't travel at the time. See one of the biggest forums on it, Bitcoin, is it .com? No, .org. There's a forum, Bitcoin Talk or something. I was hanging out in those forums back in 2011 when I was in South America. And I had my little, in fact it was my little Lenovo, no in fact it was before that, I had a little Sony 11-inch laptop, a little tiny thing. It was like a dual core or something. There was no video you could do with it. That was before I was doing YouTube anyway. And I started reading about the cryptocurrency thing, and this was the time when Bitcoin was less than $1. So at that point, I downloaded the program. But here's the problem. I downloaded the program, set up a wallet, read all about the security thing. I did all this. This was over a course of a couple of weeks. Downloaded the blockchain. Do you know I could never actually mine because I was in such bad internet speeds. I could never download the whole blockchain on my laptop. So I was really thinking about mining and leaving the computer on all the time mining. I was also, when I found out that I couldn't mine, I was like, right, okay, $200-300. I'll just buy some Bitcoin, and then 6 months down the line, if it hasn't increased, I'll just sell it again. So I didn't buy it. But if I did and I kept it, I would have millions. A couple $100 would be worth millions now. And I sold one of my websites when I was in South America. It kind of funded a lot of the trip. But I was thinking, if I just spent the money, the money I made from that website, if I invested in Bitcoin at that date, I would be a billionaire. That's insane. But the thing is, I've got a friend I used to do jiu-jitsu with. I've not did jiu-jitsu in a year because I'm injured. But he's really into it now, and he's been investing a lot in it. But I'll be honest, the whole cryptocurrency thing, I felt like the boat had missed me, because that's like 6-7 years ago. And I didn't bother even looking into it because I was kind of, not bitter, but it's just like, I've missed it, it's too late now. But I've read a lot into it, and I'm not a greedy person anyway. If I make a little bit extra from an expensive graphics card that I'm primarily at this point buying for gaming for you guys. And it's a bonus. Because to be honest, my computer's on nearly all day anyway. The only time it really turns off, I turn it off is at night time. So, yeah, I'll do some more mining. The only thing was, I've got another YouTube channel which I have been declining to update recently. And I was thinking that other channel's about making money online and, you know, that kind of thing. So I don't know if the whole mining thing I should cover on that channel instead of this channel. What do you think? It's one of those. You don't want to diversify your topics too much to the point where you lose subscribers. Well, so yeah, when my GPU comes tomorrow, it will be officially a beast of a PC. But it's amazing how quickly storage goes on your computer, especially with games. This takes up 100 gigabyte, and I don't think it's even installed Modern Warfare yet. In fact, I could actually do that just now. That'd be interesting actually, because I have installed the game. So the reason I couldn't show you this before is because I couldn't play the game and stream at the same time because I don't have a graphics card. But it would be interesting to see how Infinite Warfare would look like on a 8700K HD graphics Intel 630. So let me see. Let's see if we can do this here. So got the lighting. Is it bad? So we've got Steam. I've not actually loaded this yet, so I've got no idea what it's going to be like. So is it going to launch the game? So I downloaded it last night when I got the new hard drive. And now it's installing Microsoft. Is that going to be long? No, okay. So the idea would be, guys, yeah, some CS:GO. Oh my god, I'd be so bad at it now. You know, that's one game I could probably play on this though. Yeah, definitely. Chris, message me your username because I'm going to be terrible at it, but I reckon this, you know, Intel. I've only got integrated graphics right now, but I reckon it'd be fine. In fact, what I need to do, come out of this just now. I need to. There we go. Here we go. This music will give me a copyright thing right away, won't it? I'll turn it down a little bit. I really should be using the volume buttons on my. My username, I'll need to check on that actually. Because I haven't, I don't know actually, because I changed the name that's displayed the other day. So this is just the Intel graphics just now. Pavone, right, okay. Hold on, that was, am I connected there? Come up there, not connected to the internet. Okay, this is taking ages. I thought this would be quick. Where's the function? Function, can I put the volume down? Where's the function button? Oh, there it's there. Miles away. That's not functional at all. I don't know what's going on there with the whole preloading shaders, but it's taking a long time. Cancel shader preload. Yes, please cancel. So this is it. So the reason I got this instead of the new one is because I didn't buy it the other year for the PlayStation 4. Purchase the season pass. I don't need that. I need. Where's Modern Warfare? That's what I wanted to see. Call of Duty there's always been a system where they totally milk everything, isn't it? I don't know where the settings are. Where's the setting area? Right, where's the bit where I say how this plays? Okay, optimal video. Right, it's going to restore the optimal video settings. Let's see how that goes on. Now, when my GPU comes, it will power this game, but also the idea being that I'll be able to put this in a window. Because right now, what's it do? This is just putting it in 1080p because it can't do 1440p. So right, I'll just leave the window on just now. And it's doing it at 60 Hz. Now this is 100 Hz. I normally have this monitor set at. Render resolution. Right, let me see. I think I'd be better dropping it down, but yeah, so really need to drop this down, don't I? .1080, try that. Try 1080. Yeah, but I'll need to put this in window. Which probably window will put it more stress on the computer, won't it? But the idea about, see when I'm gaming now, this is the thing I was talking about before about doing like a multi-monitor situation. But my idea would be that I would game here and then have like the streaming information in the comments there and have it all on one screen. So it would save me having to use multiple monitors. That's the idea. Right. Here's the thing. I need to get this. I want to get Modern Warfare. This classic game, because that's one game I want to stream. I thought there would be like an option to. I thought there'd be an option to install. It says that you install the game via Steam. I don't know where you install it. I don't know, guys. I'm confused. But there apparently is a way to. There is a way for me to activate Modern Warfare Remastered inside this game. But I don't know how you do it. Any of you guys know? Any ideas what I'm supposed to do there? Like in Steam, I found that weird. In Steam, it didn't give you an option to install Modern Warfare. It told you that you had to go do it in the game. I don't know. Right. Do you want to see what it's like on a 1080p? 1080. Intel Graphics HD 630 1080p window, but I'd probably be better putting the resolution full screen, wouldn't I? So that it's these options down the bottom I need. Wheel Stand Pro. I looked at that as well. No, there's one code. There's one code Evo. That's the thing. I thought they hadn't sent me the code, but apparently that's to be expected. They don't provide the code. I'll go full screen because I think when it's on the window, it puts more stress. So I'll just be in the middle, but not as. Once I get the GPU, I'd have it 1080p here, and I'd have the all my other stuff there, all the streaming stuff there. See now, what's happened? What's going on here? Has this crashed or is this the monitor? Intel Graphics, ladies and gentlemen. Right. I don't know where. See, like over here, like. What's that over there? Is it still windowed? It's still windowed. I want to change that. Full screen borderless. Yeah, I know. I have killed the PC. I've lasted. What was that? 10 minutes I lasted. Right. Okay. Right. That's not the best resolution, but I don't care. I'll take that. I'll take that right now. I mean, I don't think we could do 34. That would really kill the PC, wouldn't it? Let's see if I can do it. 3440. Let's do this. Let's see what this is like. See, do you want to keep these display settings? It's render resolution. Yeah, I don't know if that's maybe just the menu written off. I'm going to have to Google how you do the how you download that. I don't know how you do it. But I'm looking forward to playing the game. I'll put it on now just to show you. I won't actually, I won't save this. I'll just put regular just now. I'm just interested to see what the graphics will be like. I'm not going to actually play it. I just want to see what it'll be like. I mean, for integrated graphics, apparently it's the same as was it a GTX 750? Yeah, playing Call of Duty will be fine. I can't stream and play it. That's the thing. I'm ruining this for myself because I wanted to play through this one day with you guys, but I'm curious as to what this is like. I'm not hearing any volume anyway. I'll see what it says over here. Doesn't say. It's quite interesting. Like you're saying there, see like what you need. The volume is gone for some reason. It seems that you can get away with a GeForce GTS 450 for Modern Warfare and a GTX 660. Yeah, well, I've not got any volume either. Oh, I'm not going to quit. That's quite chuggy, isn't it? Yeah, that's quite... It's not the smoothest. I mean... This just looks like a Star Wars film, doesn't it? Why is there no music? Tell me that. Tell me why there is no music. Alright, there's a skip button. Yeah, the audio's gone. Unless it's the monitor. I don't think it is. No, the monitor's fine. So, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. It has stopped playing. Right, it stopped playing audio. Playback devices. Right, it should be the monitor. So the monitor isn't muted, is it? No, that's fine. It's maybe in the game then. Why would it mute audio? Tell me that. Riddle me that. Audio options. That's bizarre. Why would it do that? Am I missing something? Am I in pure idiot mode here? Like, I can't see the messages. Right. Go low res. Right, okay. I'm with you, Andre. You could be right here. Low res. Is there any... What would be a 21:9 ratio that would be... I need to do maths in my head. This isn't good. What would be a low res... Like, is there a... Like, that's a... What have I got? 3400 by 1440. Is there a 720? No, that would be 34. So it would be 1700 by... I was trying to see if there was something that was exactly half to get the same aspect ratio. Right, let's go super low res. 720p. 720p. At this point, it's just the audio that's kind of bizarre that it's not coming up. Nah, there's still no audio. That's bizarre that the video. Mix presets, small speakers. It's kind of bizarre that we would do that with audio. Actually, doesn't look that bad in 720p, but I reckon it's going to be jumpy when you're playing the game. Press space to jump. Right, yeah, I'm not getting audio, guys. I'm going to just quit. It's not exactly a very good experience. There's something's went wrong with the audio driver during this whole escapade. But I don't know where I actually activate. Where would I activate? That's something I'd have to Google, innit? Can I actually put you guys down? Let me see. Try a YouTube video. Let's see, I'll put these up like that. What would this be? How do I play this game? Right, so you obviously can't see that, but I've got Legacy Edition. The bonus content one. I don't know actually. Terminal bonus map zombies, right? But where's the actual? I don't know. There is only one code. I checked that on a YouTube video before because I thought there was something wrong before I activated it. And there was something that says that you activate it. Where is it? Don't know. No, I don't know. I'm kind of lost with that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's going on with my monitor. The audio, it's kind of bizarre that the audio has went off. Played back devices. Yeah, this is a restart. It's kind of funny how though. See when your computer is put under a lot of stress, be it like the graphics card, integrated graphics, that kind of thing. A lot of bizarre things start happening, like really bizarre problems that wouldn't arise otherwise. The same kind of thing that happens when a PSU blows or, you know, isn't providing enough power, you start getting all these booting problems and things like that. I'll restart the computer, sort the audio. Switch it off and back on again. That's what fixes everything, isn't it? I'm not sure how you're supposed to. I'm going to have to search for this to see how you activate that. Don't know. Restarting. When I get a GPU, I'll be able to sort all these things. I was actually under the impression that I would have survived with integrated graphics for a little bit longer than I did. But to be honest, as good as it is, I mean, the integrated graphics could power my monitor, you know, an ultra wide at 100, is it hertz? I was going to say megahertz there, it's 100 hertz. But beyond that, it does struggle. I noticed a lot of times, you know, when I was switching on my webcam, puts the integrated graphics at 50%, just switching on my webcam. It's kind of crazy how much stress a USB 3 webcam can put. Well, granted, it's going at 1080p, but I think integrated graphics 630 is equivalent to a GTX 750, but I mean, a GTX 750 is very, very old, so it's no surprise really. Check my battery actually. What have I got here? 50%. I've went from 71 to 50%. Wasn't sure how that would go, and that's one of the problems with having a USB type connection on your phone. I don't know if there's an adapter for that actually, because I've got the mic to another adapter, 3.5 to TRRS, and a TRRS to the USB to the phone, and basically there's like 3 different cables to plug into that, but it means I'm using the USB Type-C cable and I can't charge my phone. So for live streaming that is a pain. I don't know how you're supposed to let's see if I can get this audio. Don't know what's going on, but my monitor audio is still broken. Still broken. Anyway, what's up with you guys? What's up with you guys? What's been happening in the world of you? Once again, I'm dehydrated. I'm constantly dehydrated. Did you see that? Did you see that? I don't know the guy. Who's that YouTuber? And what I don't see. I only caught I only caught a part. Hi Ed, Happy New Year. I've actually not said Happy New Year to anyone yet. Happy New Year, guys. Who's that YouTuber that get caught? Was it he recorded a video in Japan with a dead body or something? Honestly, I'm not catching it right. I've seen that guy in the news a lot in the past though. He seems to be one of the kind of shock. Logan Paul, that's it. He looks like some, I don't know, stereotypical brat guy that you would get in some American college film, that kind of thing. Right. Where's the PC? That's the thing. See with the kind of shock guys with yeah, just the last video I saw of that Logan Paul guy was he was at the conference and he was causing problems and things like that. The thing is though, see with YouTube and things like that, there's guys that play by the rules. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of guys like that either. There's guys that play by the rules and they don't get any support and they don't get any help, i.e. any YouTuber under 100,000 subscribers. But see when you get to a certain level, you'd have to do something really extreme for them to ban you. I mean, they know that this guy causes problems. That you know, there was another YouTuber that caused problems in a plane, and he was setting up these videos to say that he was called a racist and all these things. But these things generate a lot of views, and views equal money. So that's the thing these days. You know, everyone acts outraged when people do anything, but the people above them, they don't care as long as they're making money. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think with things like that though, it's like right or wrong. I think a lot of things like this, it comes down to ethics, and it's really bad taste. Um, but it sets a bad precedent if they allow certain things to continue on. I mean, you go onto YouTube, you can find anything, and there's really bad problems now with sexual things and paedophilia and all that kind of thing, and they really do need to crack down on that. But they're still not supporting up and coming YouTubers. That's in fact they're doing the opposite. Not that I'm better, much. Yeah, I think, but this isn't just YouTube. This is a problem with, the world really. I mean, if you get to a certain level, you get a pass. You get a pass. Those of you in the UK, which I assume is quite a lot of you, you remember in Sky Sports, there was a thing in Sky Sports years ago with Andy Gray and, what do you call it, like Richard Keys, and they were making sexual comments to a woman on the show or something like that, and Sky Sports then had to sack them. They had to sack them, and they came out and said we're disgusted with what they did, and they had to sack them. But this was just politics. Every single person in that studio, they had been working there for 10, 20 years. Everyone in that studio knew what the guys were like. They knew what the humour was like as far as making lewd comments to people and things like that. They knew what it was like, and they had no problem with it for 20 years. The only difference being they get caught. That's it. They get caught, and then they need to go the public relations route and go, oh, we're sorry, they can't have that. But if they really cared about it, which they don't, then they would have stopped them doing that from day one. Not allow them to do it for 20 years. It's one of those things. It's the whole public relations thing of saying one thing but in the background doing something else. You're seeing it in Hollywood and all that now. Or if you watch BoJack Horseman, Hollywood. I'm actually, what I'm trying to do here is actually search how you activate this game. I can't see anything about it. No idea what's going on. I'm quite pleased with that USB, that Windows Pro key, because I've used people were recommending Kinguin. I think that's what you call it, Kinguin. It's like penguin with a king. It was only £8.50. That's getting a positive review from me. 5 thumbs up and all that. Why did they make this so hard to claim this game? There was something, right, Steam, here we go. Right, see if we can read this together so that I'm not an idiot. Here we go. Right, for the Disc Space Physical Legacy Edition game, which no, I didn't watch the Only Excuse. I'll talk about how sad my new year was in a second. I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of, for me, I've kind of outgrown it. There's always one or two things that are funny, but a lot of it's not. Right, so for the Disc Space Physical Legacy Edition on Steam, installation disc will be provided. You no longer need the installer disc to play content. Right, but that's... Am I reading... Oh, right, okay, I'm reading the wrong thing. But I'm definitely on the right page. So it'll be one of these. Do I need internet access? Once it's been downloaded... Yeah, but where is it? Right. It doesn't say... For digital legacy, no, it's not. Once content has been... I read something somewhere that said that you had to install the main game, Infinite Warfare, and then you downloaded Modern Warfare whilst the game was installed, like once it's been installed. Where is it? So I've played Infinite Warfare, the multiplayer with my friend for a couple of hours, sorry. And that, it was okay, not very good to be honest, but I wanted to play Modern Warfare. It doesn't say what I have to do here. Yeah, don't know what's going on. Don't know what is going on. Don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of annoying. Sometimes it doesn't keep the messages up. It shows you them and then they kind of disappear. No, I like sport. I mean, I watch football and stuff. Well, I'm not like I don't watch football as much as my friends do. You know, I've got some friends that go to watch all the games. Um, no, like there's something on the disc that says we have to get it, but for the life of me, I can't find it. With only an excuse, he relies too heavily on a lot of the older jokes. You know, every year he does like Alex Ferguson, and then he'll do Frankie McAvenny and things like that, which is quite funny. But it's just, you know, he's still using a lot of the old characters from years ago. But on New Year, I was very boring. Like my friends were out, and my friend actually, I think he was asking me out. I was exhausted. I don't know why I was exhausted. After my dinner, I had a big dinner at mum and dad's. I came home and I slept, and I woke up at like 10:30, and I was like, I can't be bothered, and I just stayed in. I used to always go out New Year, and I used to always get drunk. But the last few years, I've just I can't be bothered with it. In fact, I actually prefer to just have a quiet one and wake up fresh the next day and have a nice dinner at my mum and dad's. Why did they make it so hard to figure these things out? Is it included? You will need to have installed and use the game disc to play Modern Warfare Remastered. What? Is that? See, I don't know if this is a PS4 thing. That could be a PS4 issue. Because it says you need to, at the very top, you need to have Infinite Warfare installed and use the game disc to play Modern Warfare. But yeah, I agree with you, Ed. I'm not a big fan of it. I used to be. I mean, I used to always go out and things like that. But I don't know. I'd actually prefer. I was out on Saturday. I was out all day on Saturday. Well, I come back at I actually come back early. I can't drink just now, so I'm not having any crazy nights out or anything like that. Right. I don't think there's even there's not a disc in here for it anyway. So, with regards to the disc situation, no, you don't use the disc. So that must be for the PS4. How are you supposed to even get that last disc out? Oh, there we go. So there are 6 discs for Infinite Warfare. There's 0 discs for Modern Warfare. So it's definitely through Steam. There's no way to physically install it, even if I had a DVD burner. So that must be for the PS4. Hopefully I'll be able to stream for you guys at the weekend or something. With a good graphics card on my PC, rather than everything coming from this tiny little CPU. Have any of you guys tried the mining thing then? Do any of you guys have a graphics card? Do any of you guys have a PC with a good graphics card in it that have tried mining? To go back on topic. That little video game thing from Argos. Which video game thing? I'll scroll back up here. Which 200 old style games? What is it, like an Atari style thing? Is that what it is? No. Argos website, right, okay. What was it called? 200 games or something? 200 games or... video games. Right, I'll go. Where are we here? Video games. Retro gaming. Is that the one you're talking about? There's a retro gaming thing there. Retro games controller. Is that it? Yeah, this must be what Ed's talking about. There we go. There's old school right there. Where's the games? What games is it? That looks absolutely horrific. That looks terrible. I mean, I'm all for games being small, etc., but it doesn't even say what games are included. 200 games of what? Right. There's like no information as to what you get. What games you get? It doesn't even say. I mean, is it Atari games? Is it Commodore games? Is it Spectrum games? Designed to look like the retro 80s controllers. Yeah, I'll be honest, Ed, that looks terrible. that looks really bad. That seems like I'd be going back down to Argos and asking for money back. It actually looks too small. It looks too, I don't know. God, like the fact is as well, I mean, look at the cables. You'd have to plug that back into your big television. So you'd be sitting with like a 50-inch television, this little controller like that. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm all for a retro piece of crap. That's all good. But I'd maybe change my mind if it showed you. It doesn't show you any games being played, and it doesn't show you the actual games. So you've got no idea what it is. It's a crapshoot. Well, in fact, that's a lie. There's one game. There's one game being played there. There's only one game here. So let's see if you can see this. Look at that. That's the one game there. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. But it's one of those things. I mean, I've got a mini SNES, I've got RetroPie, I've got Steam. It's like, I mean, I do like retro stuff, but it just seems a little bit, I don't know, pointless. Where do I redeem? Bonus content. So to go back, yes, I'm going over the same thing again, but to go back over what it said there, this actually says here, in order to play Modern Warfare Remastered, insert your game disc from PC and run the installation of Call of Duty. From the opening menu, choose either Call of Duty Infinite Warfare or Modern Warfare Remastered, but it doesn't say anything about Steam. Right, I'm gonna attempt it again. Let's see if I can figure this stuff out. For me, it just defaulted to Infinite Warfare before, because that's the only game installed. Hi Paul, Happy New Year, mate. Sorry, I'm showing my PC just now. All the best. I'll turn it back round. The one super fat facing you there. Right, so this is the opening menu. Unless I went by it last time. Still no audio. Whatever happened, I'm going to have to fix that. I don't know why my audio isn't working now. Still, right, okay. No, it's not doing what the website says. Okay, my mouse has even stopped to work now. I can't see anywhere to actually purchase the season pass, miscellaneous. Yeah, it's not there. Nothing there. At this point, I think the best thing to do is to go to Hot UK Deals and ask how other people got it. Because there's people there who bought the game, and they've obviously there we go. They obviously know what to do because they're in the same position. Good old Hot UK Deals. Night night, Ed. Sorry if I missed you. I didn't see your comment there. Thanks for watching. I didn't really have anything to talk about in this stream. I've just been blathering on about my current situation. It's the first stream of 2018, and it's the first one on my mobile phone since it actually came out on the mobile phone. So I'm checking what it says. That's not good as far as playing multiplayer. Now, regards to Modern Warfare, someone just said that the multiplayer is literally dead on PC. They said that they just sat for 30 minutes for someone to join a room and no one was there. No one. Absolutely no one. It's one of those things. Worst case scenario, if I can only play the one-player games, then so be it. And saying that 100 gigabytes installation file, it's insane. I don't know how you're supposed to. See what people are saying. My email, your funeral covered. Oh well, I assume that's spam. God, I'm at that age where they start emailing about your funeral. I think about that. So it's when you get older, when you start getting emails about dying rather than something fun. Change from dick pills to funeral emails. Right. How did you... Is that annoying, that typing? It's annoying me. So, current situation. I got my new, like, you've probably seen the videos. This week, I added 4 new fans to my PC, and I added a new 1TB SSD. And tomorrow, I've got a GPU coming. So, I've got the Asus Strix coming. Very, expensive graphics card, but it's going to allow me to play games and stream and do mining and do other things as well. To pay it back. So that's coming tomorrow. So I'll cover that in the next few days, guys. But as I said, I've got Call of Duty there. I've got Civilization. There's a few other games that I could get. I get a few games free with the actual graphics card. I was going to just sell them, but I could play those as well. But if there's any other games, if there's any classic games that you thought would be funny or good for me to play, let me know. I saw on Steam that there was actually some Dreamcast games on Steam. They had it was like a collection that had like Crazy Taxi and I think Knights was there. Don't know if you guys can remember Knights, that was great. Sonic Adventure, Jet Set Radio. They're only about £1 just now as well. They're all really cheap. That's the thing. I've never really been actively did streaming. I've did PS4 streaming, but as far as PC streaming, I've never really actively did it. And it's one of those things. There's going to be games that I find enjoyable, but they might not be enjoyable to watch, and vice versa. You know, there's games that might be boring but are maybe funny to watch. Sega Mega Drive collection. Well, I've already got. To be honest, that is. How many games are in that? Quite a lot, actually. I'm a sucker for retro games. £11.99. It's pointless when I've got a retro pie. Pointless. Pointless, I tell you. The other thing is, like, if I do play a Call of Duty game, I'm going to have to, I think I'll use a controller. I used to always play Counter-Strike Source with the mouse, and that's how I played games. And it was actually strange at first going to a controller, but then you get used to the controller so much it'd be strange going back. So, it's a successful night so far for me as far as fixing my computer. Apart from one major thing still wrong. I've activated my PC. Awaiting install, that one won't work. So, what you guys been up to anyway? What have you guys been up to? Did you do anything fun in New Year? Anything fun? Anything fun at all? Because I stayed in like an old man. And I watched, I can't even remember what I watched. I watched Netflix. And I think I ate crisps and just chilled the hell out. And it was awesome. When you're older, that's better than a night out sometimes. Through spells, I guess. Default. Bed around 11 PM. My man. A man after my own heart. A bit of Google looks like Modern Warfare is on the disc. Whereabouts, Evo? Nothing wrong with that, Chris. Nothing wrong with going to bed early. Whereabout is it? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Paul. What happened? Is the job, without being too personal, hopefully you weren't sacked, but is it just the job is no longer there or something? I mean, that's going to become more common over the next 10, 20 years, as far as automation and people losing jobs, etc. It's quite interesting, well, not interesting, but, I think societies are going to have to tackle that as far as a basic income. I think that would work. Oh, sorry to hear that. That's a shame. I mean, you think you'll be able to... You can't post the link. Can you tweet me? You on Twitter? If you tweet me, I'll be able to see it. I'll be able to check it out. That's the thing with the phone. You can move around and all that, but when I'm actually on the computer, I can't show you the screen and things like that, obviously. Yeah, I'm on Twitter just now. You can ping me there. It's annoying that it doesn't keep showing you the messages. See when you're on this, you kind of need to keep pushing it to get the message back up. All right, I got. Thanks for that, Evo. Okay. Right. In order to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you must have Call of Duty installed and use Call of Duty Warfare Disc. If you install Call of Duty, if you uninstall it, you won't be able to play it. Right. After launching it, you'll be able to choose either game from the opening menu. That's what the other thing said as well. It says you can change it for anyone. You can select which one from the opening menu. Alright, Carrie boy, sobered up. My friend Michael had the drunkest night in the world on, when was that, Saturday? Or Friday, sorry, that was Friday. No motivation to do them. Well, what kind of things do you think about doing, Paul? That's the thing, like application, is more important than anything else. See the thing with work, you need to enjoy what you do. I mean, this is why I've kind of moved towards video. Cheers, Michael. This is why I've kind of moved towards video, because I enjoy it. It doesn't feel like a chore. In the same way that well, anything else does. I used to spend a lot of time writing, and I can make money out of it. But long term, I wanted to do something I enjoyed, something a little bit more enjoyable than just sitting typing all day. And that finding out what you want to do with your life is half the battle. Once you know what you do, once you know what you want to do, you just throw yourself into it. Do you know what I mean? If you enjoy what you do, God, the other night I was up to 3. In fact, 2 nights ago I was up to 3 in the morning with my computer. See when I put the fans in my PC, I lost one of the tiny motherboard standoffs for the PC, and I was like, I'm going to have to put that on, and I couldn't. I honestly spent an hour trying to look for it. I was up to 2 in the morning getting it all, because of that, and trying to fix it all. But it's hard work, but I'll enjoy it. And this is the thing. I kind of toiled with that for a while. Like, what do I do? What do I want to do in my life? I want to work for myself. I want to do something I enjoy. And I'm happy to make less money if that is the case. I mean, I'm not making enough money with the video stuff. I'm just using this as an example as well. It's not like I'm the most successful YouTuber in the world, but just as an example, if you can do something that you enjoy, do that. And it doesn't matter how much money you make in a job. If you don't like what you do, you'll end up hating it, and you'll end up walking out, or you'll just be unhappy. Money comes and goes. Do you know what I mean? I don't. This is the thing. Going back to what Evo was saying there. Evo was saying that the website page that he sent me, it says that when you go into the menu, you can choose either one. But I don't know if that's from the disc. When you install it in Steam, it only gives you one game code, and I checked in the game, and it did only give me one game code. And I actually watched an unboxing of a game when there's nothing but the disc in it, and basically you've just got the code and you've got that. That's it. And that's all anyone else had as well. And the game said this key code is. I could probably show you the code because it's been activated, but just in case, it says that it's only to activate Infinite Warfare. But I'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, I email game, but I've asked on Hot UK Daily, someone will reply there. And I will figure it out eventually. My friend Michael, I don't know if you're still watching, mate. My friend Michael had the drunkest night ever on Friday, and because of that, when was there 5 of us out tomorrow? Michael was a designated driver. That's what happens when you have too much fun. You become the driver. You become the driver when you have too much fun in one night. But I'm not going to be drinking either, so you'll have someone to talk to that isn't steaming. That's bizarre. You happy with that, mate? Yeah. Well, I've not had a drink of alcohol for nearly a month. Well, you saw me when we were at that concert last month. I had a lot to drink, and I was ill for days. And I've survived all the peer pressure of not drinking for a month. For anyone, I mean, this is an affliction of anyone from the UK and Ireland. But obviously, alcohol's integrated into our culture so much that if you don't drink alcohol, you're almost like an outcast. Like if you go out on a night out and you're not drinking, you spend your whole night saying, "Why are you not drinking?" It's just because why are you not drinking? Why are you not drinking? And it's hard to get through that. But the first few weeks of not drinking probably the hardest because you get the peer pressure to want to drink. But the longer you go on, it's not too bad. Like when I was training for my marathons, I didn't drink for like 4 or 5 months, and you end up you don't even miss it. But you need to focus on something else. Like I was focused on the marathon, but you need to focus your time and your energy on something else. But I think anyone who's tried not to drink, in the UK has experienced that. Yeah, you're a smart man, Paul. You're a smart man not drinking. I'm not a big drinker anyway. I'm not. I'm a bad drinker in the fact that I'm a binge drinker. Like I don't miss drinking, but when I go out with my friends, we'll drink until, you know, we're really drunk. We don't drink. We don't sit back and relax and have a beer, which is what we should do. We drink and we drink and we drink until we run out of money or it's the end of the night, basically. It's a bad habit, but I think most people in the UK are like that. Yeah, can't figure out that Modern Warfare thing. So, as of now, what I need to do... Can I show you? Can I show you this? I might be able to show you this. If I move my PC a little bit, hold on a second. I'll bring my PC around. So I've kind of got it round. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this. Let's see. So this is my PC just now, and it's flashing lights and all that. Basically, it's all that's missing now is a GPU. Perhaps in the future 2 GPUs, but that's, you know, it's essentially built. That's it. It's fairly quiet though, like you can't, like you guys probably can't hear that too much, can you? I've not got the fans running at full speed, it's, you know, just in normal mode. I don't really need to push them too hard, to be honest. It's only when you're really doing encoding or something like that. I can show you if you guys want, though. I could open it up and show you if you want, but I've probably not. I don't think I've did that yet. Actually, that's something I was going to do in a dedicated video. But I could give you a preview. I should probably move that a little bit so it doesn't fall off. So, in fact, like, okay, I'll show you how easy it is. 4 thumb screws for the tempered glass. There we go. 4 of them off. There we go. So set that down there. So what we got here, this is the PC, which is going to be a mega PC soon. The GPU is going to go in there, and it's actually 2.5 slots, so it's going to be massive. And if I got another one, it's going to take up even more room. I need to tidy these cables. I've been lazy because I know that I'm going to be putting the video card in as well. My friend Mark was saying I can tuck these under the motherboard, but right now I don't have them really hidden too much. It looks worse now because this part here, I used to have a base here, like what they call a shroud, but if you can see this, I've got a fan there now. So the fan, the air comes up the way. I've got 2 large fans that direction as well, 2 Be Quiet fans. So those are intakes, the air's coming in. It's the same, the air is going into the CPU cooler, and then I've got 2 exhausts at the top. You can see that there, 2 exhausts. So that's putting air up the way. So there's cool air coming from the bottom. It's actually really cold when I put my hand in, really cold. So there's cool air coming from the bottom, cool air coming from the front, there's cool air going into the CPU, and then this hot air going out the back, and hot air going up the top from the 2 fans. And that's how I'm cooling the CPU. And keeping it, I mean, at the moment, it's only really the CPU I really need to worry about, but tomorrow, when the graphics card comes, the graphics card will have, I think it's got 3 fans. I'll need to check that. Yeah, I think it's got 3 fans of its own. So that's going to add a lot more heat, a little bit more noise as well. But it's obviously going to add a lot more power to my system. Overall, I'm pleased with it. It is a fairly good PC, and you can see at the top, 2 USB 3.0s. Got the dust mat. See, the fans don't actually light up. You can buy the fancy fans that light up, but because my motherboard lights up, there's no need for it, so I'm happy with them the way they are. I don't know if I can, let me see if I go round. The next thing I need to sort is cables. I'll do a video on that because look at the state of that. I've just put them all down. If you can see here, I've got dual Ethernet, so you'll see this now. I've actually got 2, the ones with the flashing lights, I've got 2 Ethernet cables going in. So this has got dual Ethernet. This was one of the most expensive motherboards, but I actually think it was worth it. I do think it was worth it. So the video card, you know, the display port for the monitor is going in just there. But obviously, when the video card, it will be like around here. So we put it into there. There's a lot of options there for like the, you know, there's like, if you can see them there, there's like 6 different audio ones. There's an optical in and things like that. But I don't need that because this baby, this is actually, I bought this second hand from CEX and it's one of the best things I've ever bought. Fantastic. But you can see, you can't see because they're in, but in fact, I could probably take that one out to show you. That's one of them's a USB 3.1. There's a USB Type C, and I think, is it 5 USB 3.0s? Yeah, so there's 5 USB 3.0s, a 3.1, a Type C. So there's 2 USB there, 2 there, a Type C, and then another 2 USB, but those are one's 3.1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 USB 3.0, 1 3.1, another 2 3.0 at the top there. Phew, got there in the end. But all these cables are going to have to get fixed at one point. And got the lights there. This is where all the kind of messy area I've got over here. You can see I've got this was like $1 or $2 from China. Look at that. So I'm going to be tidying up things like that. And this arrived today from China actually. This is another thing. I don't even know if we'll use that, but you know, I thought if I don't use it on my desk, I thought it could be useful to use them like around there. Sorry, I'm pointing the camera at the wrong point. Down there, because I've got a lot of things plugging in down there. The alternative is I put it somewhere around here and I put it on the table at the side or at the side. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. But if I sit you here, set you up. So the graphics card will go in there tomorrow. To be honest, I could actually, the noise level of that just now, I could probably run that with the tempered glass open. It isn't too noisy. And I talked about this before. I'll try and do a video about the motherboard itself. But the motherboard allows me to change the colours. You can set it a colour all the time. You can change the colour. You can actually change it so that it changes depending on your temperature or, you know, the temperature of the CPU. So you can see a visual guide how hot your CPU is. So there is a kind of practical application for it. If you look down there, you should be able to see it. That is my new 1TB 960 EVO. And under there, which you can't really see, but it's under a thermal guard, which apparently reduces heat. There is a 250, so the Windows and all that's on there. That's the C drive, and that's the D drive. There is another option here for an M2 drive in the middle, but that's the GPU is going to be here, there, right up to like here. So it's going to be right on top of it, and I thought that would hurt performance. Here I've got two 16GB modules, and yeah, that's it. The bit down the bottom, AO, that's just that. I think that just means everything's okay, A-OK, because it puts error codes there if anything's messed up. I need to tidy this up. This is one of the fans, the back fan. The cable's too long, so I've kind of just tucked it in there. It's not the best, to be honest, but yeah, it's one of those things. You know, at the time you try and get everything tidy, but to be honest, when the tempered glass is on, it doesn't really matter because you can't see the cables anyway. So it isn't really a major problem. I don't know if you guys have been sending messages, by the way, because I have just been talking along. Show me messages. Come on, show me messages. Show me. This is annoying with the app. Right now, I'm pushing my screen to try and show a message. There it's there. Very nice and neat. Okay. Thanks, Evo. That was the last message I saw. That's maybe why I didn't show anything. Yeah, so it's quite powerful, but there's space for 2 GPUs in there, like really big GPUs, and the motherboard is designed for that. It can do NVIDIA SLI for gaming, but even if I didn't use it for gaming, I could use one for gaming, one to do streaming, or one for gaming, one for mining. It would be an option for me in the future. So let's get the smudgy tempered glass back on. In fact, let's put it on the right way. That'd be fun. Once you, oh, that could have been a lot worse. Live TV. Don't work with kids and animals. Right, okay. It kind of, when it sits in place, it kind of just sits there.